Coming up on the program, Newbie Tolulope Ajayi introduces her Stonism art movement with this solo exhibition. To a group exhibition by 3 contemporary artists, Joseph, Stephen, and Edozie. Plus, your works of art and our wordsmith for this week. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Thank you so much for joining us on Art House.
Our wordsmith for this week is Boluwatife, titled No One Knows Tomorrow. I have heard people make this statement a million times, but it always sounds like a million rhymes until COVID-19 came to town. Like a little unsuspecting kid caught on the playground playing a game of Boju Boju. The virus descended like a slap from heaven, a slap on our science and technology, a slap on our humanity and dignity. Now it's time to tell ourselves more than ever before that indeed, even tomorrow doesn't know tomorrow. Like figures walking with bags of uncertainty and fate covering our heads, we look to God for shielding and healing.
Let's start the show with this group exhibition that took place at Co Gallery in Lagos.
The works of art displayed by these 3 artists is enough to attract anyone's curiosity at the Co Gallery in Lagos.
Today we are presenting the group show featuring artist Joseph Obanubi, whose work is up in the room here, and we have Edozie Anedu, who is based in Benin, and we have Stephen Tayo, and they were all 3 were part of Art House Foundation's residency, and so these are the works produced during the residency, and the results is what we have here today.
Joseph does a lot of visual art, painting and scribbling and calligraphy and collage, while Stephen Tayo does a lot of photography, and he's starting to explore collages and digital manipulation in his work. And Edozie is more of a classic visual artist, works with canvases and oils and paints and things of that nature.
Edozie, Joseph, and Stephen display their new body of work developed during their residency at the Art House Foundation in 2020.
We've got quite a number of works on show, ranging from collages to photography and paintings. So it's quite a range of mediums, and yeah, so it's something that we're very proud of, with the artists, and also seeing how they're growing respectively in their careers as well. Stephen Tayo with his photography, and Edozie and his paintings, showing outside of Nigeria and so forth. And Joseph as well currently has an exhibition in Paris. So it's a great honor to have them here in our space.
The COVID-19 pandemic made the foundation take a different path in handling the creatives under their care, but it also gave the artists new ideas to play with.
Stephen has an eye for telling stories, so he's a visual storyteller and uses photography as his primary medium to tell stories about underrepresented communities in Lagos and across the world. And I think that's what shines through in this set of images that he has put up for exhibition. They tell the stories of drag artists in Lagos and how there's a sense of self-identity that is being progressed and being projected by these artists. And Stephen does a great job of capturing that in his work. Joseph's work is more abstract, as well as Edozie. Both of their works are more abstract in a way that speaks to a larger conversation, while Stephen's art focuses on a specific community and asks questions about that community.
Coming in here, just looking at this works, you are going to get this vibe of Lagos. Like you actually feel it looking at the artwork that, okay, this works is talking about Lagos, Nigeria. Then when you move closer, seeing the stuff written on the works, there's one of the works I saw, Dollar Timo. So we know what's going on in Nigeria currently. The price of the dollar is going up. So you just get this feeling of Nigeria, Lagos. You see Eco Bridge, the buildings. When you see this building, you know, okay, I've seen this building before. You don't know where exactly it is, but you know, okay, this is Lagos. And when you see the theme of the work, Mega City, so it's giving you this Lagos vibe, mega city vibe that, okay, Lagos, and you don't even need anyone to start telling you, okay, this is what this work is about. Seeing it, you being a Lagosian, you know, okay, this work is actually talking about Lagos State.
In this exhibition, these artists bring a new twist in exploring the social and architectural structure of a city.
I think Edozie's work is focused mostly on landscapes. It's also a commentary about cities and how they evolve and how they grow and how they become a part of the lives of the people who live in those cities. Because if you look at the art across, you can see that some are called, some actually have the same subject matter. What is changed in those photographs is what time of year or what time of day is being painted onto the canvas. So I still have like a line to look at it a little more to get a sense of it, but from the base points, I can see that this is a commentary on cities and how environments influence people.
As you can see, artists have been working on different concepts, and some of them are revealing it to us on our social media platforms.
Let's begin with this work called Lockdown. It's a charcoal pencil work done by Ruchike. He says, even if there's a lockdown, you can choose not to be knocked down. Then Olamide Ogunlade has Gentle Lady. It's a charcoal and acrylic on canvas work. while Bugama has this ink on paper called Smile. He says he's inspired by the way little children share love to each other and spread happiness. Then Our Time is a mixed media work done by Yomi Awubushui. Revealing My Smile is what Kenneth Darkas is showing us with this his charcoal pencil on cardboard work. Then another person walking that path is Temple. This one he calls LOL, Laugh of Life. It's done with charcoal pencil and ink. Then Hope for a Better Tomorrow is a charcoal on cardboard work done by Ezekiel Odeyemi. The Sunset, an oil on canvas work as well, done by Tunji Owade. And another oil on canvas piece is called Street Football, done by Light Gana Gana. We conclude your works of art this week with this mixed media done by Martin Quid. He calls this Dr. Makumli. He says he's saluting this doctor and others who are in the front lines in the battle against COVID-19. And those are the works of art you sent in this week. We do encourage you to keep them coming.
Let's take a moment now on the program. When we return, this young artist gets her moment in the sun, and I'll tell you more about it in a moment. Stay with us.
We are not prepared to submit to the doctrine of apartheid in art, by which a musician is expected to work only within the limits of his traditional forms of music.
Artists work with all kinds of objects. Some of them found inspiration to try something new during the national lockdown, and Tolulope Ajayi is one of them.
It's Tolulope Ajayi's first solo exhibition, which she was able to put together with the help of mentors in the sector who are supporting this new concept, which is cast in stone.
I was actually going to buy bread, and then there's this house on my street that has an uncompleted building. Inside there's a completed one and an uncompleted, so they were still building. And then I saw the stones, the gravel on the road, and at that time I needed to make a birthday gift for a loved one, but I didn't really have enough materials at home. So I was thinking, okay, I had cardboard, I had this, but I don't really have much. What can I? Then it just came to me, okay, can I try something with stones? Then I started thinking of things that, like, what I can use to hold the stones together, what I can use to make it look colorful. I started thinking, and I decided to experiment it. It came out really fine. The gift was beautiful, and the person I gave it to really loved it. So from there, I started getting comments, good comments about it, and encouragement, which is very important. I decided to explore, I decided to experiment, I decided to try it out with other materials as well. And it's coming out really nice.
She's always been unique, and we have seen this path right from when she was younger. And I'm happy for her, and I'm just glad that my parents allowed her to toe the path that she wanted to toe, and it's all manifesting today. And well, congrats to her on her first outing.
The Stonism art movement is her concept, which blossomed during the national lockdown. The time on her hands gave her inspiration to work on this idea, seen in 20 stone works, a couple of paintings, and wearable art.
It was this COVID-19 period I was able to sit at home and reflect and then think of new ways or new things to create using the stones. So it really affected my creativity in a positive way.
There was a time we had a conversation, that was some years back, and she told me about stone. I said, how is that possible for you to use stone to draw? I said, I've not seen it before, and she invited me to her studio, and she showed me the way and everything, and I said, this is very good, that if you can build on this, I mean, it's something that is unique. And I have not seen it before, and I'm sure that most people have not seen it before. But probably, there's nothing new, but it's not really that common.
It's very unique. I think let me use the word genuine, me, because this is real. This is something not done every day, not seen every day. It's not something you just wake up and everyone is doing it. Because I remember most of the times whenever we go, try to print out or maybe to frame them, the questions people come to us to ask us, like, what's the concept? What's this? What's the idea behind this? Why did you start this movement? So I would say it's a movement that we don't regret starting. I'm sure she doesn't regret starting this because it's going to take her places. It's going to open doors for more innovative ideas as related to stones and some other stuff like you've seen, because she didn't just use stones today. She made use of some of our natural objects and some other things you see around us that people just overlook.
The artist Tolu Ajayi is she's starting a movement which is known as the Stonism art movement. She's moving away from the usual that people know, that is carving stones. Now she uses stones, she brings stones together, and sometimes in fusion with other media to create art that is very unique. So there may be other people who are doing this particular medium, but the way she does, the way she puts it together, makes it very, very unique.
Using this unconventional space, her romance with stones speaks to issues happening in the country.
Most of our works are centered on beauty, culture, and also abstract too. And our work is, you will not just but look at it again.
I'm taking it away from the norm, what people already know. Because what you see outside is they carve on stones. You see very few people using stone pebbles like this, and you don't see black people using it. And that is one thing I really want to encourage black people to do, to try new forms of art, to try new things. Fine, everything, there's nothing that has not happened before, like they say, but you can always remold it, you can always redefine it, you can always create something new from what is already there.
Bala is a child who, though, doesn't have enough, but the little he has, like if you look at the picture, there's like a sugar cane on both hands, and we all know that people from the northern side, it's like that's what they do, like that's what the kids over there, it's like a snack for them. So you see Bala in the picture happy. I don't know how long it has been without him seeing food, but he's satisfied at just having that too. And the laughter, the smile on his face, I don't think anyone can buy it in this world. So that's alone. Whenever I look at that picture, it has a way of making me feel better, even when I'm sad.
The graduate of the University of Lagos believes that things can be better in the country and policies that don't favor humanity should never be cast in stone.
Nice to see creative juices pumping during a time we're all cooped up at home. But let's see what other creatives are up to.
Coming up on Art House. An exhibition of 13 synergetic metal sculptures by Dotun Popola called Metala. Exhibition by young creatives at Vivid Exclusive Art Gallery in Lagos.
Gabriel has this infectious energy. Anybody that comes around Gabriel, you get sucked into that vibrant feeling of pushing forward.
For details of that and other artifacts, tune into Art House next time. Your Art House experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Art House on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Art House on Channels. We're everywhere.
The curtain falls on Art House, but the conversation continues online on any of our social media platforms where you can hit me up as well as see these and any other episode of the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami asking you to stay safe and keep being creative.